Dear friends, as a trainer, I often encounter two main challenges faced by insurance agents. The first problem agents commonly face is how to initiate a conversation. Let me clarify. The majority of agents express concern about how to begin discussing life insurance with a new prospect. They often say, "Sir, when we meet a potential client, we don't know how to start talking about life insurance." The second issue that most agents face is how to close the policy. They can present the plan well, explain everything, but when it comes to closing the deal or asking for payment, they hesitate. They wonder, how do we ask for money, or how do we finalize the policy or fill out the proposal form? These are the two most common problems I see agents dealing with. So friends, in today's video, although it is specifically made about the survey form, I will also address the first issue many agents face: how to start a conversation with a stranger or client about life insurance. You'll find the solution to this problem in this video. And naturally, if you are looking to work on survey forms, this video will provide that information too. So if you're interested in this knowledge, I would recommend watching this video carefully from start to finish. But before I begin, I have a small request for you. If you are a life insurance agent, if you are an LIC agent, and you want to gain insights to improve your business, then please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jeevanbimabazaar. I believe that once the information starts flowing and the video ends, you might forget to subscribe. So I am offering this suggestion right at the beginning to avoid that with that. Now, without further delay, let's dive into this important discussion. Friends, as a life insurance agent, have you ever tried to understand the mindset of the person you are meeting? In simple terms, why do you think clients often don't give agents time to speak? What do you believe is the main reason? From my experience, I believe that when a common person meets an agent, they feel that if they talk to the agent will try to convince them to buy a policy, explain all sorts of policies, and later keep bothering them to buy one policy or another. They think, this agent will keep bothering me in the future, and therefore they prefer not to talk to us at all. That's my experience. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. But as far as I know, this is what happens. So, as an agent, how should we start a conversation? How do we overcome this mindset and show clients that we are here for their benefit? Friends, as I've mentioned in my previous video, and I will repeat here, whether you're meeting a stranger or an acquaintance, the first step is to build trust. You must convince the person that you are here for their benefit. If you succeed in doing that, the client will be ready to listen. If they trust that the plan you're presenting is in their best interest, they will be more open to hearing you out. Now, there are several steps involved when you're out in the field. Many people will say, "I already have enough policies," or "I don't need another policy." How you deal with that is something we will discuss in future videos. But for now, let me share a few key points with you. Whenever you step out into the field, the first thing you need to do is prepare. You don't know who you will meet or what their needs will be, so always review the products you're selling before you step out, even if you're highly experienced. At least once a week, review the products you're most comfortable selling. Secondly, make sure you have all the necessary forms with you. Whether it's Form 680 or forms for revival, address changes, etc., have at least 2 copies of each form in your bag. This way, if you encounter a client in the field who has a specific issue, you can start resolving it immediately. Also, make sure to carry all new business proposal forms. Imagine meeting someone who's ready to buy a policy for their child, but you don't have the child's proposal form. Or someone says they want a salary saving policy, but you don't have the required form. Always keep all necessary forms handy to avoid such situations. As they say in sales, first impressions last. The way you look and speak will create a lasting image in the client's mind. Every day when you step into the field, you will meet new people. So before leaving your house, take a moment to stand in front of the mirror and check your attire. Ask yourself, what impression will I make on my client? How to start a conversation with a client in the field. When you're out in the field and meet a new person for the first time, the question often arises, how do you begin the conversation? If you are conducting a survey, there are 3 key things you must address at the start. 1. Introduce yourself. Begin by telling the client your name. 2. Branch introduction. Mention the branch you are representing. 3. Reason for your visit. Clearly state the purpose of your visit. For instance, if my name is Ritesh and I'm from the Varanasi branch, I would introduce myself like this. Good day, sir. My name is Ritesh Kumar Upadhyay, and I am from the LIC branch in Varanasi. As you may know, LIC celebrated its 68th Foundation Day on the 1st of September, and that is the reason I'm here conducting a survey to share some important information about LIC. This is a simple yet professional way to start the conversation, but there's more to it. Once you have introduced yourself, it's crucial to explain the benefit to the client. Without a clear understanding of how participating in the survey will benefit them, the client may not be interested, or worse, may not even listen to you. You could continue by saying, "Sir, the benefit of this survey for you is that LIC has implemented several significant changes in recent years. These updates directly affect policies, whether you already hold an LIC policy or are considering one in the future. Just 10 minutes of your time could provide you with vital information that will help you decide if any updates to your policy are needed." By explaining the benefit clearly, you are helping the client understand that their involvement in the survey will be valuable. But we must also recognize that meeting a new person, especially when discussing financial matters, can make anyone uncomfortable. Even you or I would feel uneasy in such a situation. Therefore, it is important to reassure the client that you are an authorized and trustworthy representative of a LIC. You could say something like, "Sir, I understand that I'm new to you, but I am an authorized LIC agent conducting this survey. If you'd like, I can show you my ID card and certificate for your assurance." If the client asks to see your certification, you can confidently present your documents. By doing so, you build trust with the client, reassuring them that you are legitimate, and they may even verify your credentials with the LIC branch office. This step goes a long way in establishing trust, and even a previously hesitant client may be willing to engage with you. Now let's talk about patience. When you meet a client for the first time, especially for a survey, my advice would be to avoid immediately discussing new policies unless the client brings it up. If the client expresses interest, for example, asking if LIC has any new pension plans, you should definitely share the relevant information. But if the client does not ask, focus only on the survey. In this first meeting, your goal is to understand the client's financial needs and gather insights about their future requirements. When you visit them again, you can present tailored options based on the client's financial situation and goals. When starting the conversation, you might say, "Sir, I am here today to provide you with important information about recent changes in LIC. If you're thinking that I'm here to pressure you into buying a policy, I assure you that's not the case. My job is simply to inform you. If, after learning about the benefits of the policies, you're interested, I will gladly provide all the details. However, the decision to purchase or not purchase the policy is entirely up to you." When you present yourself in this manner, the client will trust you more and be more open about their needs. They will feel reassured because, up until now, many agents they've encountered might have only focused on selling policies. But by giving them space and building trust, they will feel comfortable enough to share their financial concerns and needs with you. And when the client opens up, your presentation will be more powerful and aligned with their needs, increasing the chances of closing the policy successfully. We will discuss more techniques for closing policies in the upcoming videos of this series. Friends, there's something very important that I almost forgot to mention, but it's crucial, so I want to make sure to tell you now. Whenever you communicate with a client, when you speak with them, your tone and the way you choose your words should be aimed at making an impact. Your words should not just enter the client's ears, but also find a place in their heart. If you can achieve this, believe me, half the deal is already closed right at the start with your introduction and presentation. You only need to put effort into closing the remaining 50%. You can tell your client, "Sir, during this discussion, if you ever feel that I'm not able to explain something properly or if you wish to know more details, please feel free to ask me any questions without hesitation." Now let's talk about two types of agents, and I want to give advice for both. If you're a new agent and feel like you don't have full knowledge about life insurance yet, it's absolutely okay. You can say to the client, "Sir, please make a note of any questions that come to your mind during the survey. Once we finish, you can ask me all your questions one by one, and I will provide solutions to all of them." However, if you're an experienced agent, I suggest telling the client, "Sir, if at any point during the conversation you feel confused or need clarification, please feel free to ask me your questions immediately." You see, sometimes when you're out in the field, you will encounter negative clients. People who will say, "I already have an LIC policy," or "I don't need any more insurance." Some will even say, "My agent is excellent. I don't need a survey or more policies." But friends, when you meet such clients, remember this: while they may not give you their time today, there is no guarantee that they won't be your client tomorrow. And I believe neither you nor I can make that assumption. So if a client refuses, simply fold your hands respectfully and say, "Sir, thank you very much. It was a pleasure meeting someone as busy as you. Here is my visiting card. Please keep it. I know your current agent is certainly dedicated to serving you, and I'm proud that someone like him is taking care of you, just as I aspire to have clients like you. But sir, if you ever feel the need for my services, do not hesitate to call me." Friends, I am certain that if you present yourself like this to a client while also understanding their mindset, your approach will naturally become more effective. You'll see that the client will be much more willing to engage in the survey or even the policy discussion. If you're not conducting a survey but directly going for a policy presentation, I encourage you to watch this video again, but this time, think about the minor adjustments you can make to present new insurance policies effectively. I hope the information shared in this video has been helpful to you. If it has, then that like button below should be clicked. I need just 1 minute of your time. You see, every night that like button whispers in my ear and says, "You send me out to so many people, but none of them seem to appreciate me." I told that like button not to worry, and that today, all of my friends will make sure it's liked. Friends, I've made a promise. Please help me fulfill it. And if you have any questions, the comment section is yours. If you're hearing me for the first time or haven't subscribed to our channel yet, let me remind you that to improve your life insurance business, subscribing to our Jeevan YouTube channel will definitely help. And for those of you who have already subscribed, thank you from the bottom of my heart. With that, I'll close this video, promising to be back soon with another one. Thank you so much.